It's an emergency. An emergency. An emergency stream. Breaking news. X-Men 97 trailer. It's here. It's here. Yeah. No, like it's here. It's crazy. Yeah, an emergency stream early in the morning for the X-Men 97 trailer. Kind of want to go over it with you guys, break it down, react to it together, and do a little breakdown. Got to react to it and do a little breakdown. First up, though, I will say, give me 1 second here, guys. I'm just trying to adjust one thing with the camera. Yeah, fuck it. It's probably okay. I just did not plan on streaming. I was kind of in the middle of trying to get notes together for another video because there's a big set of like leaks and rumors that came out yesterday about like Midnight Suns, Thunderbolts movie, and things of that nature. And so I was not prepared for this trailer to drop, and I was like, oh geez, what do we do? Well, you know what? I say we just go live. We just do a emergency stream, break it down. I'll clip it out. I'll throw it up. We'll do a breakdown together, and it'll be super cool. Man, it really does seem like Kevin Feige had a lot of promotional bullets ready to fire off. Maybe just because of Madam Web. Like, what do you guys think? Do you? Because it's like, damn. We get the Fantastic Forecast finally announced, and we have that image of all of them together and the logo and whatnot, and that's just like dropped on a Wednesday. Like, just happy Valentine's Day. Here's the official casting, and then the following day, I guess there was something in Empire magazine that said it's going to come out on March 20th, so it's about a month away, I guess. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I saw this image floating around of X-Men 97. And I was like, bro, that can't be the promotion. Like, that can't be all that they're going to do. And so we get this, what I think is a pretty good trailer. Have you guys seen the trailer? What do you think of the trailer? We'll get it pulled up here. Have you seen it? What do you think? And we will watch it together, of course. We're going to break it down and everything. He's been saving everything for the Madam Web week. Yeah, it kind of seems like it, X-Men 97 for my birthday, says Big Paul's Banana over on Twitch. Happy birthday to you, man. Happy birthday. Yeah. I like the trailer a lot more than I thought I was going to be. I've been really nervous about it. So let's just set the table here, and then we'll get into it. We'll talk about the actual trailer. I, like many of you, watched the X-Men 90 or the original X-Men 90 show a lot. It was seminal. It brought me in further to like the Marvel fandom, Marvel nerdy community. That and the Spider-Man show from the 90s were like really important, to me as a nerd, and to getting me into all of that. Iconic show, classic show. I think most people would agree, just legendary. They adapt a lot of the Chris Claremont stories, so it ends up being a real education on X-Men myth and lore from the comics. There's some changes and whatnot, but overall pretty good. But I think the key word, right, is nostalgic. We have nostalgia for X-Men 97. You know what I mean? Quite a bit of nostalgia for this show. And this new trailer here definitely has the nostalgia dripping all over it. And it's pretty cool. I will also say that there's been a lot of questions about this show. You know what I mean? A lot of concerns. The animation was said to be computer generated, which I still think it is. We're going to talk about that more as we go through the actual trailer. But the whole concern was like, bro, is this even going to look like X-Men 97 or the X-Men 90 show? So a bit of a concern there. And at least for me, what I saw in this trailer puts my mind to ease. Because I think this is actually pretty cool. And I think that when we start to begin to break this stuff down and really talk about what's going on here, we'll be like, damn, this is also probably why the trailer took so long. So let's run it. Let's run it one time just all the way through, and then we'll start breaking it down, okay? And by the way, dude, the X-Men Christmas special that's up here, that's recorded on the VHS, bro, that's so crazy. We literally watched that. It was someday during the holidays, and we were like, well, what do you want to watch? What do you want to watch for the Christmas movie? And I was like, you know what I really want to do? I want to watch the Christmas special from the X-Men 90 show. And so we watched that one. So that's just that's crazy. That's fun. All right, here we go.
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say goodbye. I am proud of you all, my X-Men.
Fate lies in our hands now. Now.
I like that. Like that little riff off of it.
We have to
we're
stay
gonna look at
vigilant.
that. Don't worry, we're gonna look at
The
it.
professor entrusted us with his dream.
See, like right
No
there, like that
matter
looks
how
decent.
dark it
This
is.
looks really good.
We must believe in each other.
Probably Genosha.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, bub. Keep buzzing in my ear.
We're gonna talk about his voice. I don't know.
Heads up!
That looks cool. Oh shit, that shit's pretty cool. That was
To
pretty
me,
cool.
my X-Men. Magneto.
Oh shit.
The last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
Oh shit! That is a pretty good ending to the trailer. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. Okay, so let's go through it again. So we, of course, look, there's just so much crazy stuff going on here. So a lot of nostalgia. I love the VHS stuff, the tube television. It's so funny, man. A lot of you probably don't have that experience of recording VHS copies of like what's on the screen through your VCR. But that was the thing, man. That was how you had to do it back in the day before YouTube, TiVo, DVR, all of these sort of stuff, man. Yeah, that's what you had to do back in the day, was just record it. And you guys remember tracking? Do you remember adjusting the tracking because the picture was scrambling and whatnot? Yeah. Pretty cool. So, yeah, you come in on this. And I think it's a brilliant thing to do, to go to
Of X-Men next Saturday morning.
like the next Saturday morning thing, like, you know, calling out when the next episode. Very nostalgic.
I'm grateful to
And then spoiler alert, like, oh shit, spoiler alert. Yeah, he dies at the end of it. I gotta be honest with you, I don't even fully remember him dying. Like, I remember a lot of stuff about the X-Men 97 show. Or the X-Men show. Definitely gonna have to go through and do another rewatch of it, because I remember this. I thought he went with Lilandra though. Maybe I'm crazy and I'm mixing stuff up. I thought he went to Lilandra, like he was sick and then he went with Lilandra, but I don't know. I could be mixing that up. You guys help me out. He did. Okay, so wait a minute. What? Okay. So wait a minute. What's this then? God damn it. Okay, so wait a minute. So this is what? What is this? They're just trying to like set up that he's dead or whatever? What? I literally thought I was having an brain fart. But no, like that's what happened? Okay. Wow. So maybe what it is, and again, we're going to have to rewatch it. We're going to find out, I guess, yeah. We're going to have to rewatch this, but yeah, like what, interesting. So maybe just to everybody on Earth, he's considered dead? Alternate timeline? I don't know. I don't think it's an alternate timeline. I guess it could be an alternate timeline, but that seems silly to me. It could be that he cannot return to Earth because of his sickness, says Charles over on Twitter. Sure. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess I'm just interested in the setup for it because like the whole trailer is predicated on this thing that like didn't happen. And now I'm like super confused. Like I'm a bit taken aback, I believe is the expression. Yeah, he was like on his deathbed for sure, but he goes into space, right, with Lilandra. Everything in the 90s was silly. Dude, everything in the 90s was fucking awesome. What are you talking about? Okay, anyway, let's start over. Let's start over here. Also because I forgot to record the clip for it. So here we go. Boom. X-Men 97 trailer breakdown, which is already confusing. It's already confusing to us, but it is hype. We're excited about the trailer, but damn, I am really confused about this one thing here. So we start out here. We've got the nostalgic callback to the next Saturday, the 90s show.
Next Saturday
And
morning,
then they cut into like this scene here.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say goodbye. I am proud of you all, my X-Men.
Fate lies in our hands now. Now.
And super cool. Super cool with it. I love this Marvel animation come up and the way they sort of riffed off of that. But here's the thing, and here's what's weird. Charles doesn't die at the end of the original series. He is sick, but then he goes off into space with Lilandra. Now, this trailer kind of makes it seem like he's dead, and I think either way, the X-Men are now alone. They don't have Charles, and so Scotty Summers is, I think intended to be the leader and wants to carry on the legacy of Charles and all of that. But it's interesting because they even show like a coffin in the trailer. And yet we know, at least from what we know in the old show, like Charles isn't dead. So it's like, interesting. This probably just looks like New York, right? Is that in the age of Apocalypse, or is that like in our timeline, right? Isn't that kind of fun? They have like the rollerblades and whatnot here.
We have to.
Okay, so we have this come across. This is interesting. So it's the Daily Bugle. And if you'll remember, like, that was one of the really cool things about the old 90s Spider-Man show and the X-Men show was they had crossovers. Sometimes they would have multi-episode story arcs that would bounce back and forth between the shows. No word on if Spider-Man's going to show up in this show. That Spider-Man is technically gone as well. He, at the end of the 90s show, goes out into the multiverse to look for Mary Jane. Right? So like a lot of really interesting stuff going on here, and it's just very nostalgic. I know myself and a lot of people in our community love these shows, love the 90s shows, man. And so like this is our shit basically. But is Spider-Man a mutant? Really interesting that's up there. Maybe just a callback to that moment in the show. And that was really interesting because this was when Peter starts mutating, and so they think maybe he is a mutant. He's technically not a mutant, but something happens with the changes to his DNA through the radioactive spider bite. Remember when he gets like all the arms, and I think he has 6 arms and 2 legs, so he has like the 8 limbs of a spider. So maybe just a callback to that, maybe something more. The Hellfire Gala, and then there's Eddie Brock. I think it actually says Eddie Block, which is funny. But it says Peter Parker and Eddie Block are capturing the stuff for the Hellfire Gala. And then it says Inside Scoop, mutant fashion show, and I guess that is the cover story. That's probably the Hellfire Gala. That's interesting because this was not a thing back then I believe the Hellfire Gala is a new creation. That maybe it was a thing back in the day for like Claremont's X-Men, but I don't remember it ever being a big deal. It became a super big deal in the last couple of years in like the Krakoa era of the X-Men. And it's a thing that like cosplayers really love because they literally go to a gala and it's like Doctor Doom at the gala, Captain America at the gala, all the different mutants at the gala. So that's kind of interesting, a blending of the old stuff and the new stuff, nostalgia and like stuff that's more relevant. Very interesting.
Stay vigilant. The professor entrusted us with his dream.
I do love that. The professor entrusted us with his dream. I'm not crazy about the Wolverine voice, and we're going to get into that in just a second. But the Scotty Summers voice is perfect. Great choice to have him doing most of the narration in the trailer. Yeah, so, okay. So maybe it's not trying to say that Charles is dead. But, I mean, come on, man. We got a eulogy here. Everybody's, like, saying goodbye. It's all set up. And then you get these shots of the coffin. I don't know, man. It's like, what? Okay, but this is kind of the first time we get a look at, like, the actual animation style. And it seems like what it is a graphic 3D model interface that then is either, like, rotoscoped over or they put filters over it to try to make it look more like hand-drawn animation. This is interesting. It reminds me a little bit of the most recent Dragon Ball Super movie, Dragon Ball Super Superhero, real mouthful. But this is similar to what they did there. Now, Superhero looks way more computer generated, but they do draw. There's hand drawings over top a lot of those frames, even in the Superhero movie. It's a really interesting blend of hand-drawn animation and computer generated animation. So I guess the question, and this is a big one for you guys, what do you think of this animation style? There's more looks at it later on. I think a lot of us would probably have preferred just hand-drawn animation. But I'm also not sure that hand-drawn animation would have matched up to the old stuff either. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I would love hand-drawn animation, but here's another example from Dragon Ball. Look at the animation in Broly. Probably some of the best hand-drawn animation ever done for Dragon Ball. And, like, I like it, but it doesn't even match up to the old Dragon Ball animation. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know, man. I had a lot of concern about this, and I'm still concerned. Like, we don't get a ton of stuff in this trailer. Yeah, let's go to the polls. That's a good idea. Let's see what you guys think for the polls. Let's go to the polls. What do you think of this animation style? And we'll go love it, like it, meh, hate it. Boom. So I had a lot of concerns about this. This is one of the things that's like was kind of confusing about what the hell? Was confusing about the show overall, right? It's like, what, like, why haven't we seen any of this? And what's the deal with like some computer generated image shots coming out and then like some shots look like they're hand drawn and whatnot? It's like, it's weird. For me, these shots work.
No,
like that works. This works.
How dark it is.
Like that looks like hand drawn to me. I mean, it's, you know, it's a little bit more polished, but I mean, look at that. You can even kind of see some of the lines. And this feels like maybe the reason it's taken so long for this show to come out. And maybe it's probably just because they've been putting a lot of work into trying to make it look like the old show as much as possible. You know what I mean? So interesting, certainly interesting. I think in some of these shots it looks really good, and it looks like it's done right, and it feels like the old show. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Really really interesting. All right, let's keep going, though. Let's keep going.
No matter how dark it is, we must believe.
Shots of Magneto. So this is probably not Krakoa, but Genosha, right? And you've got Charles and Magneto both here in like statue form. Who is the? I don't know who that is. It looks like there's just somebody flying there. And that looks good. And this is cool. Like, it's cool to get to Genosha. This is a really interesting time in the X-Men mythology. And it seems like they're definitely doing it like a lot of respect to Charles. And that's like kind of one of the really interesting things about Charles and Magneto. They're at odds, but they also like kind of share a dream. You know, they just have different ways of getting there. You know what I mean? So pretty fascinating there. That looks cool. That looks cool. That looked really hand-drawn there. You know what I mean?
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, bub. Keep buzzing in my ear.
Okay, first issue I have with the trailer, and I don't know. I mean, I hope they changed that a little bit. I thought that the guy who played the voice, the Wolverine, Logan, was back. But is that not true? I saw somebody in chat say that he had passed. I thought that guy was still around, and I thought he was brought back to do the voice. Chat, help me out here. What's the deal? I know some of the old cast came back. Yeah, he's back, right? Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. He's back, but he got shot in the throat. Oh, well, that's not good. Yeah, so this was the first thing that I took issue with in the trailer. That doesn't sound like Wolverine did. Not from the old show.
Jeez, bub. Keep buzzing in my ear.
Like, it kind of does if you're not looking at the screen. As weird as that sounds, like if you just listen to it.
Together as a team.
Jeez, bub. Keep buzzing in my ear.
Keep buzzing in my ear. Like, it's gotta be more grizzled. And it just has to, like, come down a little bit more. Like, everybody's saying that's, like, because he smokes. I actually think it's the opposite of that. I feel like it needs to be more like that. I feel like he needs to... have you ever seen... was it 21 Aces? Smoking Aces. Smoking Aces. You guys ever seen Smoking Aces? There's this, like, character in Smoking Aces that is trying to make his voice sound more grizzled. And he's, like, smoking, spraying shit into his mouth. He's like, he's, like, doing all this crazy shit to, like, damage his vocal cords to make him sound more grizzled and, like, crazy. Yeah, that's what this guy needs to do. He needs to go full Smoking Aces and just sacrifice himself for the good of this character's voice. Because, goddamn, dude, I mean, I don't know. To me, maybe we'll do another poll on this shit. But, like, to me, that was not, that's not a great first, that's not great when you hear Wolverine.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, bub. Keep buzzing in my ear.
Maybe it's like the animation, bro. Maybe it's the animation. Because he, like, does this... Like, what is that face? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Like, what's that? Let's watch it again.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, bub. Keep buzzing in my ear.
There's just something off. There's just something off about the Wolverine bit. Feels like nitpicking? Oh, dude, of course. It's absolutely nitpicking. Are you new here? Dude, I love... I love this trailer. I really like it. But that's like the one thing to me that's like, ooh, like that just should have got Steve Blum. No, that is Steve Blum. From what I understand, that is Steve Blum. Oh my God. Now that shit's dope. Like, come on, man. That is freaking good, dude. Storm! Another shot of Genosha. This is them in some kind of bar or dance club. Another shot of Genosha. Oh, they got a baby? So does that mean that's Madeline Pryor? Oh, man. Crazy stuff's about to pop off. Ah, this looks great. And this looks awesome, too.
To me, my X-Men.
That looks pretty good. Streaming March 20th. And then this shit just goes
The
wild.
last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
That's really cool, dude. So, yeah, I mean, overall, again, I would say very good trailer. Gets me hyped up. The animation, to me, does not look terrible. I like it. It doesn't quite look like the old animation, but I would argue it looks enough like the old animation to play off of that nostalgia. You know what I mean? So I'm pleasantly surprised at what I see in the animation. The plot threads seem so cool. Like, it's just so interesting. There's so many questions about what could be going on here. Why is it that Charles is dead, or they're acting like Charles is dead? What is going on with this response from humanity towards the mutants? What's up with Magneto at that? Is that the trial of Magneto? Genosha, really interesting. Really cool shots of all of them kind of using their powers and whatnot. Bishop's on the team, chilling in the dude, honestly, like, I don't know, that it doesn't look bad. There's just something off about that voice and the way it was used there. I don't know how to explain it, but it was off. This stuff all looks good. Bishop using his powers looks super cool. Is that even them? I guess it is, right? Yeah, so is this Madeline Pryor? What? That's crazy. Oh, shit. I just noticed the screen's all fucked up for you guys. Sorry. And then that's just so cool, man. Using the Gambit powers on his adamantium, that's fire. That is really cool, dude. So it does a great job of sort of teasing it off. Like, that looks really cool. If you look at the animation on the sides there. Marvel Animation, X-Men 97, streaming March. And this is so cool, dude. I love this end cap scene. I gotta say, like, that's impressive. Like, a lot of that animation is impressive. And puts a lot of my worries at ease. So I'm pretty excited, dude. I'm ready, dude. Like, X-Men 97, let's go. I'm hyped up. What other questions do you guys have? What else did you find in the trailer? Is there any like other Easter eggs and stuff like that that we missed? Let me know. I'm gonna get out of here soon. I just wanted to do a little stream where we broke down the trailer together. So that's kind of the dealio. Cartoons, dude. Wait, what? Is there somebody in here literally being like, cartoons? It's stupid. I don't like cartoons. Like, what are you doing here? This channel's called The Den of Nerds. Okay? I'm a professional adult nerd. That's my jarb. So, sheesh. Cartoons. Watching animated series right now, so good. I feel like Marvel is going crazy with the news from the Deadpool success. Yeah, well, that's another thing is they clearly want, with Deadpool, because Deadpool is going to go crazy with some X-Men and some mutants. They clearly want that to be connected to the X-Men 97 stuff. So we've heard a lot of cool stuff about what they're going to be doing with that promotion, you know? So it's cool. It's cool. The Come To Me, My X-Men was a bit cringe. What? Jesus. That is not cringe. That is awesome. That is what Charles Xavier would say. And as somebody that's an actual X-Men fan, you know, I'm not trying to gatekeep, but I'm kicking your ass out of the gate. The the fact that Charles says that, and the fact that his literal lifelong prodigy, the prodigal son, the person he basically raises to be a leader, says that line is anything but cringe. Like, that is a wild take. If you're an X-Men fan, that would be like something in I don't know, man. Like, that's a real L. Like, that's crazy. That's like meaningful and dope. So, sorry. But you're wrong. You're wrong. Red says, I hope this means they're going to revive Spider-Man 94, and that Easter egg, that means Peter found Mary Jane with Madam Web and also brought Eddie Brock home from the multiverse. Dude, wow, I didn't even think of that. That's a crazy theory. I like that. That would be super fun. Man. Red, first of all, thanks for the 10. Also, hell yeah. That's a great theory. Man, that's actually like really cool. I would love that as well. That's fun. Matthew says, I'm just happy the Cyclops respect is back. 100%. Yeah, dude, Scotty Summers is a badass and an awesome character. And I think that he's been done a disservice in a lot of the live action movies. And a little bit in the show. I think they did, some justice to Cyclops back in the day. But yeah, Cyclops is a cool character. So it's cool for Scotty Summers to be getting some love. Rick says, it's the dialogue. I don't know what that means, Rick. I don't know what that means. Now I have to rewatch the 90s show. Same. Me too. Imagine choosing to consume entertainment by hating on everything. I don't think that's it. That's just a wild take from somebody that's clearly not that big of an X-Men fan. And that's okay. But, yeah, no. It is an incorrect opinion. Deadpool 3 trailer, FF cast announcement. Now they're really trying to mask the stench of Madam Web. I know it's not MCU, but do casual people, especially after Venom and more post-credit scenes? Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking that too. We spoke to that a little bit earlier on in the show. It does seem like they had a lot of things ready to go. And it does almost seem like it was related to Madam Web. I mean, holy shit. And Madam Web is, probably one of the worst movies ever made, and just a big old Sony being Sony kind of situation. So it's possible that that's what's going on, for sure. Everyone going to forget about Bad Batch next week. Yeah, I already forgot. That's crazy. Bad Batch is next week? That's wild, bro. That's wild. I'm in no way excited for X-Men 97, but I am excited that other nerdy folks are happy. Dirty, why are you not excited? Do you just not think it looks good? Or were you not that big into the X-Men back in the day? I don't understand, man. I don't understand. So excited for Bad Batch. Bad Batch is getting some really good reviews. I will say that. Oh, it's Cal Dodd that does Wolverine, but I think that's still the guy that did it back in the day, right? Yeah, returning. Yeah, Cal Dodd, yeah. And I would say Ray Chase killed it as Cyclops, dude. Yeah, that's interesting. There's people posting about the voice actors for the show. Pretty cool. Do you think it's related to Madam Web or possibly because of the success of the Deadpool trailer? It could be the Deadpool trailer thing. Like, maybe they're really trying to go X-Men heavy this week, for sure. Yeah. Watch the old show, and sounds the same. There was a random blip where he said, keep buzzing in my ear, but it's the same voice. Yeah, I'll have to check it out, man. I've watched a lot of that show, and it just didn't feel right to me. I don't know. Something was off about the voice on them. Yeah. Matthew says, have your expectations changed for Deadpool 3? Changed learning that it didn't break the trailer record, that it was actually around 220 instead of 350. No, not really. I mean, I thought it was a very successful first trailer, man. I'm quite excited for that trailer. So no, my expectations haven't really changed at all for it. If anything, I'm more interested in certain elements, and I think there's some stuff that like the scoopers and insiders are not talking about that could be in the movie that's really, really interesting. And then as far as the trailer numbers are concerned, I kind of get where people are at with that to say that it's not, that record, and Disney I mean, like, tell me if you've heard this one before. Disney sort of skewed the numbers. Like, technically it's true that many people watched a Deadpool trailer, but they're technically like separate trailers, right? So I understand that. It's still a massive amount of views, and I know personally that the hype around the Deadpool 3 trailer was really big, so I'm excited. Adam Gay, welcome to the Nerd Ventures. You are a Nerd Venture now. Should it still feel like the same show though? I think it should feel like a continuation. It's going to be different, 100%. But yeah, no, it should feel like a continuation. The thing is, like, and this is a tricky thing, but it doesn't quite make sense to make a continuation of a show that's nostalgic and then change it to the point of, like, it not really being nostalgic. Nostalgia is the lifeblood of this show, so it has to be able to hit those notes. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Anyways, guys, if you have any last minute questions or anything, throw it into the chat. I'm going to get out of here really soon. I just wanted to do a quick stream and break this thing down. So if you got any other questions, concerns, comments, let me know. In the weekend, they could show a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man teaser. That would be wild. I doubt that will be happening, but that would be really cool. Is Marvel Animation a separate entity now? Yeah, I think so. From everything I have been hearing, though, that's been sort of a tough thing for them to develop. But I believe Marvel Animation, their first shit is the What If show. So the first 2 seasons of What If that's the same kind of team, but I would imagine they've been doing a lot of building and developing behind the scenes. And I do think they want Marvel Animation to be its own entity that's like capable of putting out animation that does really well for the brand and performs in a big way, So, yeah, I think it is a separate entity. I mean, obviously, I think it still falls under Feige's purview or whatever, but yeah, I think it is. Chubstian says, and I know I butchered that one. Hype for the show itself, but the Wolverine voice is mid. Rock on, Josh. Yeah, something about that voice, man. I can't quite put my finger on it. Possible explanation for Morph's different look. I really couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? Like that, I really don't know. I don't know. Damn, that was a butcher of a name. Yeah. Sebastian? Is that it? Sebastian? Is that your name? Josh, do you have any old shows that you would like to be brought back? You mean other than this one? Gargoyles. Isn't Morph dead too? Is Morph dead? I don't know. That was perfect. Noise. Yeah. Has your son watched the X-Men 90s or 90s show? Yeah, he's watched a little bit of them. We watched some of the X-Men and stuff. I don't know. He does get locked in a little bit with it, but I think he's just too young to really get into it. You know what I mean? Is the remaster of the X-Men 97 or something completely different? Wait, what? Is this a remaster of the X-Men 97? Or no, this is a continuation of the old show. Like, they're taking all the plot threads and moving forward with it. How dead do you think Charles really is? He's not dead. No, he's not dead. He, at the end of the series, and this was kind of funny. This was like earlier on in this stream. I was like, man, this is crazy because I remember him just getting sick and going into space with Lilandra. But obviously I'm misremembering it because it looks like he's dead. And everybody was like, no, you have it right. That's what happened. And I was like, oh, wow. So what's going on here? Wolverine doesn't sound right. Do the dialogue maybe. Needs some more rasp in the voice. 100% agree. 100% agree. That's the only thing that I don't like in the trailer. Unfortunately, it is kind of a big thing. But there's only one line that we see. So hopefully more. Let's get more. All right, everybody, I'm going to get on out of here. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by this little extra emergency stream. I was like, oh, what do I do? Do I do a video or whatever? I was like, nah, fuck it. I'll go live and we'll hang out and watch the trailer. So I'm excited. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. Maybe there'll be more revealed throughout the day. Maybe there's more info coming. But I'm not really sure how they're going to release it. But I would like to at least watch some of this with you guys, you know, do like a watch party. And maybe we'll do at least a premiere and ending or something. And maybe we'll do that for Bad Batch. I'm not sure. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you later. Peace out.